Yoga. Did you ever get that feeling after a yoga class, like you've showered from the inside out? Many people have experienced the benefits of yoga. But due to chaotic lifestyles or financial limitations or other logistics, sometimes we can't always get to a regular yoga class. Today, I'm going to show you how to start your own home yoga practice, doing a few simple postures that are going to help loosen things up and give you improved energy. So before we begin, just a reminder, before starting any new exercise, be sure to get the green light from your healthcare professional before beginning. Let's get started. Starting with legs up the wall. We're going to have our mat up against a wall. In my case, I have a tree. So we're going to sit beside the wall or the tree, and then we're going to fall down onto our side, lying down. And then we're going to swing our legs around up onto the wall or support. And we're going to lie in legs up the wall. Legs can extend long and straight, or we can ease ourselves a little away from the wall if the legs are really tight. We can also take a foam or a folded blanket and we can place it underneath our bum to give us a little added lift and soften through the legs. Arms are at our sides, palms facing upwards. Eyes are softly closing, letting our spine be fully supported by the earth beneath us. Noticing the breath coming into the body and out of the body. Feeling the belly begin to expand as we breathe in, and softening, emptying as we breathe out. Coming into the butterfly pose, taking the soles of the feet together on the wall. We're going to slide the feet down the wall and the knees are opening out to the sides gently, and allow a release of tension and tightness. After several breaths there, we're going to roll over onto one side and gently ease ourselves up into our table position. Our spine is like a tabletop. We have the wrists below the shoulders, the knees are below the hips, and our spine is flat. There's a slight tuck in the chin as we gaze between the hands at the floor. Now we're going to awaken the spine doing our dog and cat stretches. As we breathe in, lift your tail up, drop your belly down, looking forward with the chest and the head. And as we exhale, start with the tail, tuck the tail, scoop the belly, round the back out, and drop the head down, giving it a little shake. Again, inhaling into our dog, exhale into our cat. And doing several of those in your own time. Next inhalation, we're going to come back to our neutral table position, and then we're going to come down into child's pose. So drawing the buttocks down toward the heels, we're extending the arms long in front of us. Fingers are spread wide, pressing the full palm and fingers into the floor. And as we breathe in, we're going to come up through our table. We're going to tuck our toes under, and as we exhale, press the front of the mat forward with the hands as we lift our sitting bones high. And then dropping the head to look toward the feet. Downward facing dog. We can also back off in this pose by taking the knees down to the floor to do our puppy stretch. Or we can come down into child's pose at any time, bringing the buttocks down toward the heels. Feel the spine lengthening. Breathe in, lengthening from the top of the head all the way down to the tail. Enjoying another breath or two in and out here, and then coming knees to the floor, buttocks down to the heels, back into the child's pose. Rolling over onto your back to prepare for our bridge pose. We're lying on our back, knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor, hip distance apart, and as we extend our arms long at our sides, we might be able to touch the backs of the heels. We want no weight on the neck. The weight is on the head and on the shoulders and the rest of the spine, but not on the neck. When we're ready, with an inhaling breath, we're going to press into the floor with the feet and the legs, lifting the buttocks, the low back, and the rib cage off the ground. Arms are active, pressing into the floor. And we can stay like this, envisioning an imaginary small ball between the knees as we hold the knees parallel to one another. Or we might want to take a support beneath the low back. We might want to take a block at any height and place the block underneath the sacrum. The sacrum is that triangular bone near the bottom of our spine. And we can come to rest on the block, creating a more restorative or restful bridge pose. Mindful to keep weight off the neck, keeping that natural curve in the neck with the weight being held in the head and through the shoulders and the legs. Enjoying several breaths there. And when we're ready, if we have a block beneath us, we're going to lift up off the block and we're going to place our spine back to rest on the mat, one vertebrae at a time, starting high up the back and moving down toward the lower spine. When we've landed, we draw our knees in toward our chest, give ourselves a nice hug, allow ourselves to wibble wobble side to side, feeling that nice massaging action for the spine. And then we're going to come into a lying twist. So feet are on the floor, knees are bent. Let's clasp opposite elbows. And we're going to allow our legs to fall away toward the right side as our arms fall away toward the left. We could turn the head to look toward the arms and just notice sensation, notice the gravity drawing the arms closer toward the floor. If this is too intense for the arms and shoulders, we can just release the arms at our sides. Having several breaths there. As we breathe in, we're going to come back through center and allow the legs to fall away toward the other side, arms going the opposite direction and turning our gaze to look toward our arms. Next breath in, we're going to draw the knees back up through center, hug the knees in toward the chest, give ourselves one last hug and squeeze, and then we'll prepare for that most important pose, our Shavasana or relaxation. The classic Shavasana pose is the corpse pose where we lie on our back, legs stretched out long, arms at our sides, palms facing up. Arms are like empty coat sleeves and the eyes are closed. For low back pain, we can place a folded blanket under the knees, or we can bend the knees up, have the feet mat distance apart, and then allow the knees to come in toward one another. And we can create our own eye bag by crossing our arms over one another and resting them gently across the eyes, promoting further relaxation and release. Letting go of all intention to control breath, allowing the belly to be soft, fully surrendering into the earth. After several minutes here, we're going to begin to bring our awareness back to our body, back to the breath, wiggling fingers and toes, rolling over onto one side, enjoying a breath or two there, and then slowly helping ourselves to come back to sitting, taking the hands together in prayer position, lifting the heart up into the thumbs, and then bowing forward. Namaste. Thank you for practicing yoga with me today. You can see from this video that in a jiffy you can get limbered and loosened up to take on your day. Next time, I'll show you how to do sun salutations as a way to warm and stretch the body. Please like and subscribe to this channel to get the latest scoop on living with mindfulness and vitality.